So in 1989, Olivetti decided yet again for some reason to produce an AT computer with the Intel 8286 CPU. This is one of those, and this is the M250. And as we usually do, we'll have a twirl around it, open it up, see if it's rusty, see if the power supply is working, does the CPU, what about the leaking batteries that tend to be in all of these computers back from then. And I also am a little bit prepared. I took out some of the documentation that exists. It's not much for this computer. So let me take the camera closer and let's look at it. Kind of like seems that we have seen this cabinet before, but I can tell you by now, not quite. The base grill down here, we have seen these on some of the other ones, like the M300 series, or that's kind of like the M300 and -15, I think I showed, and 02, and yeah, it is what it is. So let's have a look at it. This is the wonderful Olivetti M250 logo down here. We have a 1.44 megabyte, 3.5-inch floppy disk drive. Probably something related to maybe a LED for hard disk activity, or maybe just on and off, I don't know. So maybe there's a hard disk inside this one. Yeah, it feels heavy, so it could be. The on and off is new. Never seen that kind of on and off switch. So that's a new thing. There's a key lock. I don't have the keys, so hopefully this is not locked. It seems to be not locked. Moving to this side, nothing to tell about there. And on that side, nothing again. I will say just to get some airflow in it. And if we look at the back, we have a few items. So obviously this is the power supply. Power in and power out for a monitor, for instance. Up here, I can see that the casing model is called XP1530. The serial number, and I need to lean in a little bit, 6252985, I think. There's a PS2 mouse. There's something that I would say is a serial parallel, or I could be wrong because this, well, hold on a second. This says RS232, and this icon is weird. Oh, that's the keyboard. I see. Oh, weird. So this is going to be an odd case. So there's a PS2 for a mouse, but it's the old-fashioned style for the keyboard with that plug. This is printer. This is the serial. And over here we have a VGA monitor out. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on when we look at, this is from 1983 when Olivetti started that one, and this is from 89. 3 slots, so there must be a racer card as these are put this way. I see the 2 screws, and I'm assuming if I can, wow, they're very tight. Is this one rusty inside? I do not hope so. Let's screw them out. There we go. And that's the top casing. Well, no rust in here. It's just dirty, so we'll clean that up. And here we have the computer. It's a lovely one, right? Yeah, we'll have to dig into it. Brief looking at it, obviously power supply over here. Oh my, okay. Maybe not coming out, but I see rust. Somehow there's some rust down here. Well, let's see how we can come into the computer. Hold on a second. I see a big finger screw up here, and when I look at the board briefly, they're all over the place. So these must be finger screws. So that's actually very nice. And here we have the razor card or riser card. Okay, a weird plug down here and another one over there. We'll have to look into all of this. I see some RAM over there. I see a Paradise, so that must be the VGA graphics card. And briefly just having a look at it, this must be the RAM for the video card. This is RAM for this computer itself. There's the expansion card for the graphics card. I see an EEPROM here, so didn't I see another one? I briefly saw a peek of another one over there. So I must assume this is the EEPROM for the graphics card. This is the BIOS EEPROM. What seems to be an AT power supply up here? Yeah, it does. So AT power supply. Let's see how we are getting into it. I will assume let's try to start to get the riser card out, so that we can have a look at this weird connector. A little bit of green stuff here, just a tiny bit there, but nothing else. The connectors look okay. And this also have an Olivetti name, so IN113. This is most likely month 6th of 1989. There we go, let's take this away. And how do we get into the power supply? Seems that we need to unscrew this one. Oh, it is unscrewed. And somehow all this bay with the disk drives, hold on a second. There's no hard disk in, oh my gee. I see the batteries, I see 2 of them and it's leaking crazy. This is gonna be a longer video. I thought it was gonna be a quick one. Let's figure out how to get this item out. It seems that this goes out before the power supply, because it seems that the power supply goes underneath and this thing is on top. So we'll attack this. You will have to lift this up somehow. I see something I can maybe push on here. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. I think I need to take this out. This is on and off for the power supply. Just to get access. How do I get it out then? Maybe I should take the cables out first. You just tilt it up and then it comes out. Okay, so I'm not sure, but maybe you can see suspicious and rust up here. So this area has some rust, but besides that, whoa, something's happening here. So this goes into the glass blaster once we have taken all this out, just to get rid of this corrosion or something. I don't know how anything can go up here. And this now gives us access to the sadness down there. This is bad. This is actually really bad. 2 Varta batteries and they are leaking all over the place in this area. Besides that, I can't see much, but it's all over the place here. So we need to rip out the motherboard. See some RAM, as I told you before. So let's take the motherboard out. Or should we start by the power supply? Let's try the power supply. I see no more screws, so I think it's just going to be lifted up. It is. Oh, that was easy. Nice design. So here we have the AT power supply. Let's take this away. Take out the cable for the floppy disk drive. There were no hard disk, but this is absolutely the hard disk controller connector. And there we go. Let me unscrew these and take the board out. So I'm stuck with these 2. I can't move them, so I need a screwdriver. Oh, this is really tight. So there must be some sort of rust going into this one. Wow, let's wait with this. Try this one over here. Oh, that's easy. I can't turn this one. I literally can't turn it, so that's a problem. I need a bigger screwdriver, I think. Yeah. Let me go hunt a bigger screwdriver and see if I can get this one out. Found myself a bigger one. I think I need to put some deox or something in it to loosen this one up. So let me fix this and come back. And it's finally out. Deoxit came to my rescue once again. I think maybe I'm supposed to be able to lift it up. Nope. And I most likely need to, or do I? Yeah, I probably need to unscrew some of these. Let me just give it another try before I do that. Yeah, seems that well, no, sorry. Just lifting it out, and here we have a motherboard. And this is the area we need to have a look at. Crazy. How's the backside? The backside, this is the deoxit from the screw. So it actually looks okay-ish. I don't think there's much damage in this area. So let me snip these two off, and I need to put this in vinegar. There's a speaker over here, so therefore I cannot have vinegar on this area up here. So I need to put it over here. So let me snip these off and then come back. That seems not to be easy as I thought. I cannot get underneath it. So let me scrape some of this off and then see if I can desolder anything. Let me do that. Okay, the two batteries out. They're over here. I'm doing this handheld because I need you to see the motherboard. If I can focus on it. It's, well, the silk screen are gone. I'm assuming there's a lot of corrosion going on here. I'm assuming all the traces are gone. So I'm almost saying no way we can get this board up and running. If I go on the other side, this is where the battery was sitting. One here and one here. And all the silk screens and maybe the traces are also gone. So I need to, yeah, let me zoom in. You see? So there should be a trace somewhere. And I have no schematics of the board. I don't have another board. So I don't know where the traces are going. So this is really gonna be a problem. Let me turn it around again while we have zoomed in. And sorry, I'm shaking a little bit. I'm just frustrated. So this is bad. This is really bad. There should be some traces here somewhere. It's also, I don't know, it has eaten into the board. I clean it with IPA. I haven't put vinegar on it yet. So yeah, this is gonna be a challenge. As you can see, all the white stuff. Not sure you can see it, but there we go. So can you see the white stuff there? That's from the board. These are the silkscreen or the coloring and the naming. Sorry, again, for all this, the things that have been written on the board, that's also gone. So yeah, well, it's gonna be a fun one, this one. Let me locate vinegar, and let's soak this board in vinegar, and then we'll have to inspect and see if this is a episode that will kind of like end already because of this area. Water batteries will never ever be our friends. They are lethal. They kill motherboards like crazy. So can I actually say damn you, Varta? Is that allowed on YouTube? But I'm thinking it at least. So white vinegar. I have a bucket down here. I'm not sure you can see it, but let me put it on the table. There we go. And I will put some cotton down so that the vinegar, when it soaks up, it actually also soaks up on the bottom. Yeah, I know you can't see it. And I need to lift this corner over here, so I need to find something to put underneath this. Like this. Oh, hold on a second. Maybe just let's go back. Sorry, I'm disappointed at the computer. Let's take out the RAM first. The plastic. So this is gonna be fun too. Let me slowly do that. And then we can inspect if the corrosion is over here at the RAM area also. There was nothing, and now that we have it, the board is a BA233 from 0188, so we're going back in time. So I thought it was from 1989, but it's 1988. Let me put this over there. Like this. So the reason I'm doing this is so that it will actually flow away from the battery. Let me. So I'm tilting it. So when I put some vinegar on it, it will stay in this area and not go into the loudspeaker. And this is gonna soak for half an hour, and we'll have a look at it. While this board is soaking, and we will cross our fingers, I actually have no hope for it. Let's see if I can get this area out and this area out, so we can have a closer look at all of this and put this maybe into the glass blaster to remove it. So how do we get this one off? I actually see no screws, but I see a clip. Let me turn it around. I see a clip here. There we go. And then I see a clip here. Yes. I see. Oh, wow. Look. So I will assume what has happened is the computer was placed upside down. So the leakage from the two batteries, how should I explain this? So let's assume this is the motherboard, this is how it is in the cabinet, and the batteries are over here. So I think they have placed the computer upside down, and the leakage also went down here. The screw is completely rusted, and this is crazy. Let's I see 4 screws. This one is super rusty. Let's unscrew these and see if we can get into it. So this screw up there is gonna be a, yeah, fun. Let's see. Ah. And I'll cut the drive. It seems only to have affected this area here. So I'll use some sandpaper and get rid of this. Besides that, the drive looks okay. We'll have to open it up and look inside. But let's just park this for now. And yeah, I obviously need to go to the glass blaster and see if I can remove all of this. And remove all of this. And let's see if there's anything on this. There's nothing here. So let me come back once I've had a trip to the glass blaster. No need for you to see my glass blaster. I've seen this plenty of times before. So I shall be back. So at least that turned out fine. The rust is completely gone. And I have coated this. This needs to, yeah, the coating just needs to evaporate a little bit more. This is why I'm using my gloves, plastic gloves, because it's not, yeah, shouldn't get it on your hands, right? So let's have a look at the floppy disk drive and see if we can open the floppy disk drive up. And have a peek inside. So, oh man, yeah, okay. It's a Panasonic, and when it's a Panasonic, you have two tiny, tiny screws down there. Can be a pain in the butt to get out, but there we go. So let me unscrew these. So I just need to clean all this up, which I also will do off camera. I'll just unscrew this screw and then I will take some sandpaper. The problem using sandpaper and stuff like that is that we have a reading head and I cannot get this into that. So I need to, I can blow air at the same time when I'm doing this, so all the grunge and all this goes away from the board. So let me do this off camera and come back once I have cleaned this one up. So I guess me using sandpaper was nice, but let me just take it to the glass blast also. This will take forever with sandpaper, so I shall be back once again. And it came out as good as new. So let's put this back in the drive, and then we need to have a look at the motherboard and see how it's going there. So let me quickly assemble this back. There we go, as good as new. Need to clean the head, so I won't put this on, but let's have a look at the motherboard. And it's all down there. And let's try and see. Sorry, should be in the camera. It's all there, and yeah, it's actually still foaming a little bit, you see. So, not sure. Let's take it out and have a look, just briefly. So let me take it onto the table. Okay, so all of these are all over the place, but I'm sorry that there's literally, I would look, foam all over the place. It's been soaking for half an hour. Shouldn't even go on the crystal, but I didn't notice there was a crystal. I think I need to rinse this one more time down, and let's turn the other side. Yeah, I think I will rinse this one time down with IPA and put it in another bath. It's bad. Really, it's really bad. All the traces seem to be broken all over the place, and in here, over here. And let's just be honest, sometimes it's not worth the effort. And the reason why I'm not giving up, but I'm close to. The reason why I have to give up is I don't have schematics. I don't have another board or another computer, so I can see where are all the traces going that I have lost. So if that's the case, we're stuck. Can't go further with this, sadly. I really was looking forward turning this one on. Let's keep positive, right? But I'll rinse it down in IPA just to get rid of some of this. Put back in the vinegar for, shouldn't be, can't keep it there too long, but let's just do like 15 more minutes, and then we'll investigate and see if it's worth repairing. I think I would at this point say, if anybody has this computer, please open your computer up. Take a super high-res photo and send it to me, because I need another motherboard so I can see the traces. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Let's rinse it down and put it in vinegar, and I shall come back in 20 minutes, which is in like a second for you. So there we go. And we are back, and cleaned it with IPA. And I have even used this to trace some of the traces. And it's more or less broken everything. Everything going from this area has no connection to anywhere. None. There are even a few up here that are broken. The thick ones, they are okay. This one up here, I should maybe use this one. This one is broken. All this is broken up here. All these down there, everything here. None of this is working. On the back side, everything seems to be working, but it's not. All this over here, none of this is working. There's no connection from any of this area to anything down here, and I don't know where anything goes. This one is broken, this one is broken. So, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna quit. So let me arrange the camera. Yeah, this is where we are ending this episode. If there has ever been a time where I really want my community to come and help me, today is the day. If anybody has an Olivetti M250, please open your computer up, take high resolution pictures and send it to me. I will encourage you to, well, not encourage you, I hope that you will go on my profile here on About and click on the email link, and I will also show it here on the screen right now. I can't continue. There's no way we can have this up and running if I don't get a motherboard so I can compare it, or I get high resolution images so I can see how the traces are going. There doesn't exist schematics of motherboards at Olivetti. That's non-existing, sadly. I'm going to use the B word now, so mute if you can't have that, but bastard. Varta batteries are literally the worst. They F up a lot of motherboards and other stuff. The reason why I think that the bay was rusted in the way it was also due to the Varta batteries, and I think it's because it has been stored like this. So that's why the goo from this has leaked downwards to the floppy disk drives, the bay, that is. So please, if you have any way of giving me a motherboard I can have a look at, or high resolution images close up of the area where the batteries are, please be so kind and send them to me. I know I'm begging, but I really want to get this computer up and running. It's a cute one, and it's very clean. There's literally nothing on it. So I was looking forward to showing you this computer, because even though it's just an AT 8286 running at 8 megahertz, it was kind of like an in-between computer. As we saw, it has the PS2 mouse, but it has the Olivetti proprietary keyboard connector. It has a VGA from Paradise on it, and it has 256 kilobyte of RAM on the board for the graphics card, the Paradise VGA. But you can actually have bought a extra card and sorted it into the motherboard, which then gave the computer half a megabyte, or maybe even more, I'm not quite sure. But all this I can't show you or tell more about it because it doesn't work. I haven't even looked at the power supply because I think somehow there was a demon or two living inside this one, and I could test the power supply, but what usage would that be? I can't get the computer up and running, so I haven't even tested it. And with the luck today, the power supply is probably not even working. So as you can see, we're wrapping it up here. I am sorry, can't continue and I can't show you this up and running. Hopefully somebody has a motherboard or high resolution pictures of the Olivetti M250. I think I'm repeating myself right now, but it is what it is. And you'll send it to me. Besides that, you know, give me that one. Please do subscribe and make some comments to this video. Am I the only one struggling with Varta batteries and stuff on the motherboard that's broken? Probably not, but I would like to hear what other people have experienced in this. Yeah, I think that's it. I want to say goodbye, and I shall see you soon again, right? Goodbye.